You are listening to KYST 89.3 FM The Bone.
The Bone.
AM 1400 The Growler.
The Growler.
And if you are watching us, we are simulcast on South Tucson Local Access Channel number 22.
Oh, man.
It is South Tucson Youth Football. I forgot to put the logo up. There it is, right there. I want to just bottle that opening. I love that so much.
I need to actually just record those stingers with like actual production and stuff.
And that way I can just I don't have to say it every time. I can just record it and I can tag it at the end of the music. And then it gives me like 30 more seconds to get drinks and things like that. Which, there you just heard it. Cracking open a cold one of a, well, I'm not going to go inside the bit already. I'm not going to break kayfabe because I might have the joke later. So it is South Tucson Youth Football. I'm Brian, joined by RJ, a.k.a. Blinky, whatever. We all know him as everything. Who's getting me into the racing, which is not happening for another, what, you said roughly hour and 10, I guess? 45?
Yeah.
1:45 Eastern?
Right.
Neat. But yeah, it's gonna be apparently some sort of one of those like endurance races where it's like 12 hours of racing.
Yeah, it's the Bathurst 12-hour race. We're going racing up and down a mountain for 12 hours in Australia. There's going to be kangaroos. There's going to be apparently inflatable palm trees and flamingos.
I've been promised someone will die.
I
don't know who promised. I don't know who promised it to me. Probably Lee Corso. Lee Corso promised me someone would die. So I mean, take that for what it will. That being said, it is South Tucson Youth Football, and we're gonna kick it off here on a Saturday afternoon with Child Services Saturday.
Welcome to Child Services Saturday.
That's a terrible name, and I love it. Yes, dingoes are promised. It is South Tucson Youth Football. This is the first of our two games in our doubleheader of Child Services Saturday. Both games out of the CSC, the Child Services Conference. Hashtag CServSat. That's not going to be problematic. And there's our first game, brand new to the rankings. If I recall, the first time. It's the rankings that came out so recently, I haven't even updated the wiki page yet. Number 10 ranked 1-800-Buy-A-Dad.
Defending South Tucson Youth Football champions. Back in the top 10.
Out of the CSC, the CSC champions out of last season. When they finished the season ranked 9th or 10th, they played in the Participation Bowl because they didn't have enough strong enough out of conference schedule to really get them into the playoffs. But looking pretty good this season, 5-2. Currently sitting at 3-1 in conference. The CSC's not having as strong of a year this season, but they currently have 3 teams. If I'm gonna take a look at, let's see, 1, 2, 3 teams all in the rankings, and they're all gonna be playing today. So there you go. And a couple other teams that could be making a claim for it as well. CTE were ranked at some point, so still strong. Corso put an inflatable palm tree. He put up an inflatable palm tree and exclaimed, "Somebody's gonna die." Lee Corso has become our Tracy Smothers, and I couldn't be happier about that.
What a good gimmick.
Yeah, for real. I can't wait till that translates into the NASCAR game, because Lee Corso is driving the pace car, which basically just means the way the game works is I have to have a car that I control, and then I just retire it before the race even starts, and that car is going to be the quote-unquote pace car, the number 1 Lee Corso currently on fire car. I was told it has to look like it's on fire as best as I can, so I'm going to try my darndest on that one.
It's gonna be at fuego! Mamma mia!
But it's not a Renault Fuego because they're not homologated for the Diddler Cup!
I don't even know what that means, and I love it! Oh my god. That's true. The playoff race is going to come down to the last game of the season. You can't hold anything back. God damn it, I forgot about that. Oh, that's why I wish Seth was here. He would be saying that every damn week. So Hootenanny's currently sitting at number 3 in the rankings. Big move up for them. They are on a 3-game winning streak. Wins over Shifty Lose Arcade, Moist Adventures, and CTE last week. Big win over CTE, 31-16, that final score. They moved up from 9th to 3rd because so many teams lost in the rankings. Bayadad on a 2-game winning streak just beat Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium after a win over Mitch's Toys and Guns. Both those wins away from home. So they got a nice 2-game homestand here. Might as well take a look at Star Watch right now, brought to you by Star Watch, where Randy and Jason Starr, the Starr brothers, watch old episodes of Star Search. Star Watch, it's what the stars watch. That's Star Watch, Star Search, Star Watches, with the Starr brothers watching Star Search. It's Star Watch. Starting things off with 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. 2 out of 3 players of these kids made Picture Day. That is Bobby Dumpkins in the middle, the outside linebacker. On the left is their star running back, Precarious Situation. And not pictured, their diva wide receiver, Nuggets Malone. Precarious Situation, of course, strong running back, can get a lot of the carries in this just a very fast run offense, as is customary in the CFC. On the other side of the football is the third-ranked offense, or the third-ranked team in all of South Tucson. It's Hootenannies, with their star wide receiver, Ray Darius Oakland. Not pictured is defensive back Matthias Crunk, and that in the middle is Whoopi Macon. Whoopi Macon. So, I'd like to know, RJ, who do you have in this one? Who do you like in this one? Do you like the number 10 team just getting ranked by a dad, or do you like Hootenannies on their hot streak, now in third in the rankings?
I feel like it's going to go the way of Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare.
Ooh. It'll definitely be interesting. I think that's a good one as well. I think the odds makers, which unofficially the odds makers, would probably say Hootenannies. I think their opinions might be Hootenannies by let's say about 6.5 points. I don't know why they said half points, because you can't score a half point. That's an odd margin to say, but that's what some of the people I was listening to said, that about 6.5 points, Hootenannies had the win.
But now, who is Lee Corso going to pick?
Oh, Lee Corso. Well, I see. Okay, I just got a text that he's doing a Facebook Live thing. Okay, hold on. Let me tap this, load this one up. Okay, he is. Oh God, what's he?
Man,
the caption just says, "Here's my pick," and he's in the middle of a field doing donuts. He's doing. Okay, hold on. The camera's zooming out. That's actually an O, and it says hoot. He's actually spelt hoot in the dirt of some random field that he's done burnouts in. So I think he's taking Hootenannies.
Or he could just be very excited about the grand opening of Hoots, a Hooters joint in Cicero, Illinois.
Hoot. Have a hoot at Hoot.
That's a real thing, by the way.
Is it really? Like a Hooters knockoff?
No, it's opened up by Hooters. It's like an upscale version of Hooters.
Good Lord. I was reading, someone of my friends posted, she posted on Twitter something about Hooters opening up an all-males version, and I'm just like, if it's not named Junk, all caps, then they've done it wrong. Oh, goodness. Well, I think right now I can say that, it is okay, yeah, Alabama must just be hearing it right now. Okay, so I know the delay we got. It's about 15 seconds. Actually, Twitch has definitely upgraded definitely lowered their delay, and we're actually about the same with Hitbox, I've noticed. So at this point, we're on both. So, pick whichever one you want. I'd recommend the Twitch chat, because most people are in the Twitch chat. But apparently it's more just the delays are pretty much the same now. So just kind of pick whichever one works better for you. That being said, now that a fine gentleman has retired, I can now say that I am the only person in the world that says the following thing. You are looking live at Municipal Field number 179. A overcast and rainy, which I learned is what you're supposed to say, so it tips off the people making the last-minute bets. For the first half of our doubleheader here on Child Services Saturday, South Tucson, Arizona is the place. It's 1-800-BUY-A-DAD, the 10th-ranked team, hosting Hootenannies, number 3-ranked, the Hootenannies Country Western Daycare. That's Hootenannies kicking off left to right on your radio dial to 1-800-BUY-A-DAD in the blue and green. Hootenannies in their away strip of white with purple helmets. And this, of course, is being heard on KYST 89.3 FM, The Bone.
The Bone.
AM 1400, The Growler.
The Growler.
And we are currently simulcast. You're hearing us If you are watching South Tucson Youth Local Access, channel number 22.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, indeed. I might have to throw that at the end of it, just so I go a Sid, why me at the end.
Just load that sweeper with as many like shock jock morning radio sound effects as you possibly can.
Oh my god, that'd be great. Already 1-800 Bydad moving the football nicely down the field over the 50. There's a handoff and just short of the first down. Precarious situation, gets 9. So please tell me, since the Rumble just happened, I don't think any of us have really chatted since then, besides occasionally in the Discord. Can we all agree that we were all a little sad that Goldberg wasn't number 22? I was kind of like, as much as I love Ty Dillinger at 10, and they had to do it because they catch hell for not doing it, I was a little disappointed. Like, I was sitting with my friends, and I'm like, guys, Goldberg could be number 22.
I definitely understand in retrospect, but I also feel like that even that is too much of a deep cut.
Oh yeah, but like it would not have been on purpose. It would have been like, there's no way anyone who makes the calls knows about that. But my God, would it have been hilarious? I agree that the Dillinger count up should have been a count up, but I think the pop of it coming up, it actually happened because everyone knew it was happening. But the whole like it actually happened was great. Like, good for him. I didn't realize he was on the old ECW. I forgot that was him.
Wait, what? No shit.
Sean Spears, Gavin Spears, same dude.
What? Oh my
gosh. He was like a job guy that was just there for like a couple. Like, no one remembers WWE ECW, to be fair, which no one should. Like, have you thought about Atlas Ortiz anytime recently? No, you haven't.
Even ESPN forgot about Atlas Ortiz.
Why did ESPN forget about him?
Because wasn't Ricky Ortiz like the only dude who played in the XFL and then went on to wrestle in WWE CW?
Did he play in the XFL?
Yes.
I did not know that, and also I have DVR'd. I have not watched the documentary yet. I fully intend to. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about it, and I'm very excited to watch it. That is Jermaine Williamson inside the 5, by the way.
I'm just very glad that there's softball teams in Birmingham that have used the Birmingham Bolts name, so keeping the legacy alive.
Nice. That's outstanding. That makes me very happy, honestly. And second and goal from the 3 for 1-800 Bydad. Knock, knock. Who's there? Fat Braden Walker. So, fun story. I thought they named him Brain Walker. Like, as in, like, he's the Brain Walker, walking on your brains.
He's like a protege of Bobby Heenan.
Yeah, like he had like a Dungeon of Doom style name. I was like, Braden? What? Who's named Braden? Because I don't play lacrosse. And I was just like, what the hell? I legitimately thought his name was Brainwalker, like BrainWalker, one word. I'm like, interesting. Sean Cade with the touchdown, and he's the big boy wide receiver. Corner of the end zone, he can move. Look at that fade route, nicely done. Drags the toes in. Bydad, opening drive. Sean Starcade. Oh, they're going to review it. Did he get both feet down? We're going to take a look.
I'm going to look at this here on our South Tucson Impact replay. Oh my goodness, he just got both feet down in the end zone. Great footwork from Sean Starcade.
Yep, it definitely stands. You got to review that if you don't have a question in mind. Good that they got the call right. That's the important part. Extra point, up and good. 7-0 on the opening drive. That took about 2:14 off the clock in the first quarter. Bydad, and man, you needed a lot of fans to spell out 1-800 Bydad and still use all the hyphens. That's dedication. That's true. Braden Walker, which I had to think for a second. I was like, Chris Harris, right? Yeah. Gave us beer money. That's true. And Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode.
I do like that.
His Oakland with the return.
Nice, yeah, very nice there. And Hootenanny's starting at 2nd and 10 from their own 40. Getting things going there. A lot of time to throw. Gonna air it out. Oh, dropped. Roddy Hutchinson throwing it incomplete. 0 for 1. That's his first pass attempt and his first incompletion.
Well, it can only get better from here, I guess.
It's true. Yeah, he now has the opposite of he now has an absolutely abysmal quarterback rating. That's going to make up for it, though. Ray Darius Oakland pulling that one down for 21 yards. That was very few. Not he got any yards after the carries, so that was a lovely 21-yard pass from Hutchinson. Yes, Rowdy Roddy Hutchinson.
That's great. I believe that Ray Darius Oakland is going to give these Bayadad defensive backs fits all day.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that'll be a good challenge for them. Oh, he tries to take off running, but basically the line collapses. He's brought down for a loss of 3. Gerard Nicholas, that 10-year-old, brought down the QB, broke free, and these kids, they're just full of vigor. They're full of, it's a Saturday morning. They just got done watching cartoons and eating overly sugared cereal. They're ready to play some football.
I tell you what, nothing is a more effective pre-workout than a big bowl of Reese's Puffs and milk.
Yes, only the healthiest. In fact, they actually have one of those giant cereal dispensers and a Gatorade cooler, a Tucsonade cooler that's full of nothing but milk, so they can help themselves on the sideline to a nice bowl of Reese's Puffs. By the way, 2 things. We haven't talked about the offensive playbooks of these teams. 1-800-BIADAD working Texas A&M's playbook, and Hootenannies have Oklahoma's. So very fast, a lot of plays, getting off. Huge aired out pass, incomplete in the end zone. 4th and 13 now. What a great look he had, but they just collapsed on that one receiver, and those 3 kids just harried him like he owed him his homework.
Hutchinson had great protection in the pocket. It's a great pass, but unfortunately just too hard and tried to force it through all that coverage.
Yep, and Marcelo Fuqua with the return on the punt. Going to start things off on the 26-yard line for 1-800-BIADAD. Oh, and of course, this is a rivalry game because it's rivalry week, and they are playing for a very storied rivalry. These two, Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare and 1-800-BIADAD. The winner of this game will take home. They will hoist above their heads the 4-gallon tub of Marshmallow Fluff with equal parts Skittles and Runts mixed in. That is the 4-gallon tub of Marshmallow Fluff with equal parts Skittles and Runts mixed in.
It's the Skittles and the Runts that really adds the prestige to this trophy.
It really is. There are teams that have played for gallon buckets of Marshmallow Fluff before, but never have they dared to mix in such mix-ins. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up and see who won this affair. Who currently has the possession of it.
The mix-ins are in fact just like looking on upon all the old names upon the Stanley Cup.
It is
wanted in like the 60s and 70s.
Well, there you go. You know how you can get they do that whole gimmick at the carnivals or whatever, the boardwalks, get your name written on a piece of rice, because why would you do that? They write their names each of the kids get their name written on a Runt candy or on a Skittle, and they get chucked into the bucket. So eventually there's going to be just so much in that Marshmallow Fluff. But yeah, they get to choose Runts or Skittles, the kids. So it's a nice little thing for the kids.
Oh my goodness.
Currently held by 1-800-BIADAD. They got the win 21-18 in week 9 of last season. So 2nd
down and 10. Bayadad could have stretched the field out with that 1st and 10 pass attempt, but the wide receiver dropped it. Now Terry's dropping back.
Yep, a lot of drop passes. 3rd and 9 now. A lot of time to throw. Going to air it out, and there's no one in the area. Jeff Diggs breaking up that play, I think, was the defender on the pass. And they're going to go ahead and punt it. Oh, I guess we missed a face mask. So Roll is telling me that he's drinking 2-day-old movie theater butter warmed to liquid and kept just hot enough to keep from coagulating. That is gross, and I love it. That's amazing. Oh my God, you got RJ to dry heave on that, I think. But not hot enough to be pleasant. Fair. Oh, or sorry, were you taking a drink preemptively, or and to make up for it?
Oh goodness, I'm just having some nice imported water.
Mm-hmm. Where is it imported from?
Let's see here. Let's see. Septique Services? That sounds French.
Septique Oh. Okay. Is it possible you say something that looks like the word Jesus on it? Like something for Jesus?
Possibly. Let me look on the back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you enjoy
That's
that
the case for
beverage.
Jesus.
You enjoy that tasty beverage. I got a whole bunch of bark and I ground it up and I basically made I basically ran it through a coffee maker. Like instead of coffee grounds, I just made bark. So I've got a nice and I made an iced. I did it cold brew style. So I've got cold brew bark coffee. And looks like Hootenannies, well, they had a great play get off, but it's 3rd and 11 now after a loss of 1 on that play. They're on the Bayadad 45, trying to get the offense going. They're only down a touchdown, 4:40 to go. We're basically at the start of the second quarter. Dumps it off short to the running back, Bretton Hayward, as I crack right there. Y'all heard it short. Got a little Todd Cranberry there. And the punt unit's going to come out. It's 4th and 10. Bit of a stalemate. Neither of these offenses really are able to get things going ever since the opening drive from 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. And Fuqua, that 10-year-old, brought down, starting things off on the 21 for BUY-A-DAD. Now I have to ask, because I feel like since I'm gonna be kind of keeping an eye on it when it starts in about 45 minutes, what specifically is interesting about this course? Is it just that it's incredibly dangerous? Is it like tricky?
It's a very tricky course with like a whole lot of complexity. The first half of the track is just like blasting through like 170-mile-an-hour straightaways, flat out. The second of it is racing up and down the mountain through these narrow-ass roads that you're basically taking a bunch of 4th and 5th gear corners flat out, and you're just plunging down a mountain single file, and there's like almost no margin of error.
Sounds like there's a lot of power in this.
Oh, hell yeah.
I also decided the 2 road courses. I've already got the names for the 2 road courses for the Diddlers Cup. One's going to be the Ventura Highway. That's going to be Sonoma, because damn it all to hell. And I had a really funny idea for a joke. I'm going to call Watkins Glen the turning test. The turning test track. And I think there's only those 2 road courses in the game. I could always repurpose one as like another one. I don't know. I'm probably just going to use the ones in the game first before I try to find like other people making tracks and stuff. I just want to get it off without a hitch first. I'm sure the Diddler's Motor Speedway will be one. Oh, I got a couple written down. What do I have so far? I've got, of course, South Tucson will be hosting one. Texas Motor Speedway, and then Diddler Motor Speedway is going to be Bristol, yeah.
Which, by the way, I can definitely appreciate the idea that my friend shared yesterday that Texas's tourism motto should just be Texas.
Yeah, it's just Texas over landscapes. Oh, bless. And look at that, in the red zone again, Mike Terry. Good passing stats for him. And look at that, already in the red zone. Once more, BUY-A-DAD on the 7-yard line. Hootenanny spreading their defense out, but it's because 1-800-BUY-A-DAD have really spread the offense. And they go middle of the field. Precarious situation. Well, I guess they kind of just dummied them all into thinking they were going to throw it to one of the receivers, give it to the running back, and take it down to the 1. Very smart play call by BUY-A-DAD. And I feel like they can kind of just hand off this. Yep, they fake the handoff to precarious situation. Mike Terry carries it in for the touchdown. And it's 13-0, 1-800-BUY-A-DAD.
Oh, boy.
The upset is in the cards right now. I think they're racing around the Diddler Dome. Or maybe they're racing inside of it. I don't know. They're racing around the field, but they're racing around the field, but inside the stadium. That's what I'm going with. I don't know. It's very Tennessee of him. Yes. Oh, Raydarius Oakland with the return, but just flattened. And he's still down. Oh, God. Is he okay? Is that child okay? Why is that other child still standing on top of him?
Oh, boy. Oh, that's not good.
That's just some hubris right there. That's just getting in the head of your opponent. And by getting in the head, I mean cracking it open. With a bone-jarring hit. Oh, speaking of bone-jarring hits, a lariat. Brenton Hayward just laid out from the side. Lariato. Oh, God, he's still down. Okay, he's good. What is with these? 100 Biodad know how to get in the head of Hootenannies. They're just standing on their opponents after they lay him out. And Hayward brought down in the backfield, 3rd and 11, a loss of 4. Bobby Dumpkins with that tackle, and it's been all Biodad in this first half so far.
Oh my goodness, they're really taking a, and that's just a demonstration of how competitive South Tucson youth football really is.
It is. Here's a team that was unranked up until going into this week. Number 10, Hugh Briss should be a player in South Tucson. You're absolutely right. Damn it. Why do all the good ones come now when I can't like edit them without having to create the entire team all over again? The punt is up, and it is abysmal. So 100 Biodad going to start things off with some short field position.
Abysmal, of course, an improvement from the usual standards of South Tucson punting, which is atrocious.
But not quite hitting levels of piss poor yet. Yeah, they're going to start things off from the 41 of Hootenannies. And precarious situation. Just short of the first down marker. They're going to give him 10 yards, but they're going to mark it just short of the first down marker. So certainly another rush up the middle will easily convert this first down. Mike Terry out of the shotgun. He's going to take off running over the first down marker and gets about 7 or 8 more. There's the flag. I'm enjoying some Bark coffee.
I'm enjoying some more of this holy water from our friends at Septic Tanks for Jesus.
Yes. Oh, that's nice that they letting you drink the holy water.
It's very refreshing. It has so many healing properties.
Okay.
And also I feel like giving a very impassioned sermon about giving myself $10,000 in a non-taxable donations.
Of course, yeah.
Face mask. Defense.
Get on that Creflo dollar plan of asking for pledges for a Gulfstream jet.
They put the mega in mega church over at Septic Tanks for Jesus. The holy wastewater facility. And Mike Terry up the middle, untouched. Touchdown, Biodad. It is 20-0 with 1:05 to go in the first half. The route is on. We are on upset alert, starting things off here in Week 8. The number 3 team in all of South Tucson have a mountain to climb. They need to start circling the wagons, and no one circles the wagons like Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare.
I appreciate this. Oh boy, I think all the picks of Hootenannies, including myself, are looking really, really terrible right now.
Well, I think Lee Corser just normally looks really terrible, but you know, I understand he was naked except for a helmet when he was in that car, because of course he was. And trying to make something to go with a minute to go in the first half. They get the first down and a face mask, so that's a break for Hootenannies. You know, you feel like if they can get a touchdown to end the first half, they're going to get the football back. After the opening drive of the second half, they can make this a one-score game again. Lucha Libre has Black Terry. 1-800-BIODEAD has White Mike Terry. Hey, he's no Mike! I was say he's no White Mike of CWF Worldwide, but then again, who is? And Terrence McTaggart, nice catch there. Big play, gets out of bounds, stopping the clock. Very smart.
There was I believe
We're
it
gonna
was
review
Western Kentucky that had a quarterback this year named Mike White.
Oh, bless.
And like, I guess it's like the ultimate quarterback name is something that makes sense said forwards and backwards.
That's true.
So his Kentucky rapper name would be White Mike.
Oh, God, I love it. Now, if you're not aware of CWF Worldwide and White Mike, or White Mike Jordan, it is wonderful. He's got an armband. He's got like an armband that says Waffle House on it. He's got a Waffle House armband. There's nothing about this dude you shouldn't like. He's amazing.
Oh my god!
I'm just so sad that he couldn't make Battlegates. I wanted to meet White Mike. I wanted to meet.
I'm also very sad to hear that. Does CWF have a Waffle House championship that is defendable in championship sanctioned matches?
They don't, but they should.
Oh my god! I was also thinking that maybe like there should be some promotion that has a certain bit of theme music as a defendable championship.
You know, I think because CWF has so much love for so many other places as well. Like, they could have had the Cookout Championship. They could have the Biscuitville Championship. I think Biscuitville would probably be the winner for that because CWF folks love themselves in Biscuitville. And I found that a lot of the Biscuitvilles are all generally around where the Sportatorium is. Because we wanted to get it for breakfast on the way back. And we grabbed it, like, I was like, I want to get as much driving out of the way as possible realistically before we have to stop at a Biscuitville for breakfast. I don't want to like stop right away and then have to do the whole drive. So it's like we drove about 45 minutes to an hour to Durham, to Raleigh, Durham, and then we went to, and then we finally, we got Biscuitville, and it's good. It's good. It's the standard like biscuit breakfast type place. Oh, Hutchinson going for the end zone. 2nd and goal. 33 seconds to go, though. They are down to the 6-yard line. If Skid Row's Youth Gone Wild as an official defendable championship. What? Like the song?
If you just have that theme music as a defendable championship.
Oh my god, I love it.
Or just any theme music on the indies in general.
Like Welcome to the Jungle is I was trying to think of like all the overused ones. Back in Black, Welcome to the Jungle are always the ones. Oh god, going backwards and oh my god! Craig Finley's gotta be dead. That child just died. He caught it, went backwards, turned and met 4 defenders that all hit him at the same time. The dreaded quadruple pounce.
It's a great pass and a quadruple pounce.
It's actually just 3. I'm sorry, I said 4. It was actually 3. They're going to kick the field goal. And Craig Finley, the funeral services for Craig Finley will be reported probably in the next...
His name is Finley, and he loves to get trucked.
Oh, God. Oh, they kick the field goal. It's not a flattering scoreline for Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare going into the Muni and taking on 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. They're down a lot, 21-3 at the half. And this halftime report brought to you by Nissan. Be sure to test drive the all-new 2017 Laugh Finder. It comfortably seats 8, uncomfortably fits in your ear. And, of course, South Tucson youth football would not be possible without some of the lovely local sponsors around the town of South Tucson. And we're going to tell you about one of them right now. It's Sigmund's Aromatorium and Parfumery. Now, just because you can't say most of the words in that business doesn't mean you shouldn't check them out. It's soon to be it used to be known Sigmund's Ziggy's Place Where You Smell Good. And then he decided to class it up a little bit. So, and they have such a variety of aromas and perfumes, and it's just delightful. You can smell like a bed of flowers. You can smell like a bed of mulch if you really want to. I mean, you know,
you can wild cherry and wild berry Pop-Tarts.
They are, yes, which honestly contains pieces of wild berry Pop-Tarts. It's amazing how they can do that. Valentine's Day is coming up. If you want to get your special someone something that he or she will enjoy, they have gifts for men, gifts for women. You can get cologne that makes you smell like leather. You can get perfume that makes you smell like leather. That way you can tell your wife, your girlfriend, your special someone, you're with me, leather. And it doesn't stop there. They can make a nice gift basket out of perfumes and things that smell. And
We've got all sorts of different aromas, from vanilla to pine trees to sets on the beach to toilet chocolate. You name it, they've got it at Sigmund's Aromatorium Parfumery.
And did we mention vanilla? Wait, we did? Crap. Okay. Shit, I got vanilla listed like 3 more times on this list. They really want us to push the vanilla.
Ocean breeze, low tide,
High tide, medium tide, Tide detergent.
eggs,
Why wash your
Easter
clothes?
eggs, Easter rocks.
You can smell like anything. You can smell like laundry and pay a perfume price at Sigmund's Aromatorium and Parfumery.
Jewish weddings, chicken and dumplings.
I don't know if these are like aromas or events that they will cater to. Who knows? Roll Tide. Forgot about Roll Tide. Popcorn balls. God damn it. All right. Hootenanny starting things off. Nice first down and then some. Ray Darius Oakland, 16 yards on that one. Push the vanilla like Roman Reigns. Yes. Oh, God damn it. So someone told me the other day about a podcast that the Loading Ready Run people do called Quirpline. It's like their style of doing it's like a local radio thing. And I guess all of their like sponsors are just absurd rhymes. Like I listened to the first half of their first episode, and it was Joss Ross's Boss Moss Floss. Moss flavored candy floss by Joss Ross. It's Joss Ross's Boss Moss Floss. Try it with sauce. And it's like they just do that every time. And I'm just like, oh my god, I didn't realize that they were doing South Tucson stuff too. Except they're more popular and everyone probably likes it. So, okay, HH2 News knows about Quirpline. Awesome. I'm just starting to get into them, and I'm hoping they start to figure out their whatever, and I hope I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to giving it a listen. But I did not know about them until recently, and my friend was telling me about them, and I was just like, oh my god, this sounds like what I do in South Tucson. And I'm like, and then I realized I had to explain South Tucson to them, and that's a weird thing to do. Oh, Finley somehow standing, but not for long. Just brought down 3rd and goal from the 1. Oh, sorry, from the 3. Wow, didn't even get anything on that gain. Hootenanny's very close to a touchdown. They need a touchdown at this point. You can't even... Well, they're going to get it. Craig Finley brought down in the end zone.
How is this kid still alive after getting triple pounced earlier on the last drive that they had?
Channeling Herbert Lawson on that one. Hootenanny's in the end zone with a touchdown. Extra point is good. It's 21-10, and Hootenanny's. Oh, that's a good start. But
we're hearing already that the hashtag Finley Strong is popping up and trending in South Tucson, Arizona.
Oh no, they've already made stickers. They've already made remembrance shirts. That's gonna be awkward for that kid when he goes around seeing everyone wearing shirts of his face that say that he's died. But I guess he can hang out with Herbert Lawson, who has to deal with that week in, week out. By the way, Shifty Lou's Arcade 1-6. Not a good season for them.
Ooh, game over, man. Game over.
But we are going to see them in our next game. Shifty Lou's Arcade are going to be playing. We're going to see the return to KYST of Herbert Lawson. Shifty Lou's Arcade taking on number 5 ranked Bully Factory Children's MMA, 5-2, undefeated in conference play. Shifty Lou's are 1-6 and 1-3 in conference, so not a good season for them. They needed a big turnaround. What a big play! Whoa! Mamma mia! Nuggets Malone! Huge catch! And a first down for 1-800 Bayadad, who have just answered immediately with a couple big plays. And you know, Hootenanny's, that's the thing, Bayadad have not had a very strong schedule, but they're winning the games that matter, and if they can just get a big set of wins down the stretch. Oh, dropped! Almost picked off!
Let's see how I want to see how this breaks down. I got it in my replay booth. It's a good solid formation out of the gun. Has lots of time to throw. Oh goodness, he was very lucky that ball did not get deflected right into the defensive back's hands.
Yeah, he almost kind of just patty caked it up into the air, and it was a gift for an interception. But I don't think the defender even had enough time to react to it. So that's a good break for Bayadad, a kind of break that Hootenannies need to go in their direction. Precarious situation, brought down for 2 yards. It's 4th and 2, and they're in that no man's land, so they got to go for it. So this could be a huge opportunity for Hootenannies to put a big stop on Bayadad and get a turnover, and then hopefully come, and for their sake, maybe come down. They're going to stop them. It's a turnover on downs. Hootenannies taking over at the 34, and a precarious situation, looked hurt on that one. Holding his shoulder. You know, those 10-year-olds, they don't have fully developed shoulders and fully developed joints. So, you know, that we'll have to watch, keep an eye on that one. We'll see if our sideline reporters will tell us anything about that. Terrence McTaggart with a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 to get things started for Hootenannies.
I hear all our sideline reporters have actually been assigned to the wine section of the Safeway, so this may be
Good
difficult.
for them. Okay, well, apparently our reporter said he's going to come back soon. He'll be fine, they said. Someone just wrote down the little cocktail napkin that's been stained with what looks like Merlot. They wrote just, he'll be fine, and they put X3. I guess they just wanted to say it 3 times, but they didn't feel like writing it out. So there you go. Dumping it off short to Brenton Hayward. Loss of 6. 4th and 15, and Hootenannies are going to punt. What on earth are they doing? And I got to say, Coach? You're deep in your own territory. It's 3rd and 9, and you dump it off on a screenplay.
Oh, they did, but they got
did.
good kids.
They are good kids. Good kids, the South Tucson youth football story.
The most incredible thing about this game, of course, it's fucking raining in Arizona. What the fuck?
It never seems to rain in Arizona. But it pours, man, it pours. And Bayadad starting things off on the 46. Again, great field position by holding Hootenannies back, making them go 3 and out pretty much. That's an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. And they're going to be moving up in the rankings. They want to. This is the time where you really need to turn it on. You know, it doesn't matter. You can be ranked number 1 in week 5, but the time you want to be ranked number 1 is when those final rankings come out. You got to be in that top 8 so you make that playoffs. And there's just a jumble of teams at 5 and 2. You know, a small handful of teams at 6 and 1.
It's a veritable cornucopia of bubble teams.
Yes, and that includes. Please tell me that includes the team that has veritable cornucopia. What team is he on? That does include Texas Roadhouse and their defensive back, veritable cornucopia. Gotta love the Control F button. Precarious situation brought down, forcing another turnover. Hootenannies get this football back, and I gotta imagine these kids are just getting tired. The effects of those Reese's Puffs wearing off. The sugar rush is dying. 35 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and you might be seeing some of those Hootenanny defenders munching down on some big old bowls of Reese's Puffs.
It is Reese's for breakfast, after all.
It is, and a flag. Face mask is going to give Hootenannies 15 yards and a 1st down in addition to the gains. So they're going to be on the 39-yard line.
Automatic 1st down.
I can't tell if HH2 News was doing the playoffs thing as in like we have playoffs or as in like playoffs? You kidding me? Botched the handoff a little bit, but he gets 6 yards, does Brenton Hayward.
I appreciate Timid Donut's question. You could be ranked number 1 in week 7, or you could go to Arizona State.
What is that a reference to?
Oh my God. On the most recent episode of Shutdown Fullcast, apparently Todd Graham of Arizona State actually managed to sway some people, some recruit on signing day to go to Arizona State, and it basically just devolved into a whole bit where their coach, Todd Graham, is just like popping up and suggesting, yeah, have you thought about going to Arizona State, though?
Oh, wow.
It devolved into like him actually convincing our Cheeto-in-Chief to just go to Arizona State for the next 3 years and fuck off from the White House.
That's funny. I like that. I feel like any sort of recruiting tactics to get to Arizona State just mean showing them the people who go to Arizona State. Oh God, is the football loose? No, he just wasn't brought down. Ray Darius Oakland, 5 yards, toss up the middle. It's 2nd and goal. And they are literally, the ball is just inches from the goal line. This would be huge for Hootenannies. They can make this. And they're not gonna run it in. Oh, it's a quick toss over the middle. Irvin Magic Hartman with the catch for the touchdown. Hootenannies have now gone 16, soon to be 17 unanswered points on 1-800-BUY-A-DAD, and they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for 2. That's what that card says. Sometimes the card says draw 4. Sometimes it says skip. Sometimes it says skip bow. But they did not get it. It is a 5-point game. 21-16, 4:34 left to go in this game. Hootenanny's kicking off to 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. Suddenly, we got a game on our hands.
So it's getting heated. Grab your popcorn and your popcorn butter.
Do not heat your popcorn butter, though. It's going to ruin it.
You could just drink the popcorn butter and then eat the popcorn as fast as you can.
and just kind of like gargle it in your mouth. Go, and you're fine. Oh, God. I have no idea if that was football, but that happened. Yes, you're right. Also, or you could do what some of the people like to do at the Binging Texan whenever they have popcorn on the no, sorry, not the Binging Texan, but like at the Horse Pussy Saloon, they'll have like the bowls of popcorn, and they'll have just a tub of like margarine or butter spread, and then people will take individual popped kernels and just spread butter on it and then eat it. Precarious situation with a 1-yard catch, 3rd and 9 for 1-800-BUY-A-DAD. This would be huge if Hootenannies could make a stop. They're down on their own 38-yard line. Our BUY-A-DAD.
HH2 has the best idea. Just get the popcorn butter intravenously injected.
IV drip. Oh, that's gross. And they throw it to literally nobody. That is not the name of a player. Literally no one was in the area of that pass. And they're gonna punt it. It's gonna dribble down to the 40-yard line, and it's downed at the 41. So Hootenannies start things off from their own 41 with 3:55 to go and a chance to take the lead if they can find the end zone. Hutchinson out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got a receiver wide open. Juan Evans. 29 yards, and I don't know what just happened there with my game. I think my game just kind of pooped a little bit. Sorry about that. The sound just kind of went for a second. And it is a huge gain for Hootenannies. Put the sound back. Okay, sound's working. So what's going on here?
Fans, we seem to be experiencing some technological differences. The soundboard up in our announce booth is on the fritz. I believe we may have spilled some of that popcorn butter onto the soundboard.
Yes.
It is fine.
We've got Fritz on the job too, so we've got Fritz working on it. And let me just pop it down, see if that works. What's going on there?
I have a feeling that there is a gentleman to blame for this somehow.
Most certainly. System sound.
They spread like a damn virus.
Audio input? Nope. Let's see if that works. Sorry about this. Oh God, what just happened? Fine. There is a player called Nobody in Particular. I did do that. Come on. There we go. Sound is back. And shit, I'm so sorry. We missed the touchdown. Fucking hell. Okay, here's the replay. Hutchinson ducks, lowers the head, gets tackled by the ankles, falls into the end zone. What a shitty time for the stream to go kablooey.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I still don't know why it does it every once in a while, but here we are.
This will go down in infamy, just like the Heidi Bowl.
I was gonna say, it was basically the Heidi Bowl. They're going for 2, but Hutchinson is brought down. So it is a 1-point game with 3:03 to go. We got a football game. 22 unanswered points for Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare, the number 3 team in South Tucson.
Nails are being chewed. Cigarettes are being smoked by the pack.
And fingernails as well.
Yes, have you ever seen the gentleman meme with Spy from Team Fortress 2 where he has a bunch of cigarettes in his mouth all at once? and they're being all smoked at once. Yeah, that is basically some people in the supporter stands.
That's pretty much what's happening. That's exactly what's happening right now.
Don't call it a comeback. We've been screwing this up for years.
Why is the sound doing the thing again? Refreshed. I don't like this. This is bugging me. Let's refresh it there. Alright, let that kind of... There we go. And sound's back. And an 8-yard rush for precarious situation. Clock is continuing to run. All 3 timeouts for both teams. Hopefully we didn't miss anything too big on that one. I've got... And out of the shotgun again, Mike Terry, 2nd and 2. Dumps it off on a long screen pass, a precarious situation. He gets over the first down marker. Oh my god! Oh god!
Whoa!
Oh god! It looked like that. Who was the dude that got like the rings of Saturn in like the Duke Kentucky thing that Seth always references? Basically, he just got bent over backwards. It was amazing.
Oh no.
And he's still going. Oh god, he's still going. 5-yard rush up the middle, precarious situation, 2nd and 5. I don't like what's happening here. What the hell is going on? Why is the sound constantly doing this? God damn it.
Who's been fucking with the field bikes again?
No, this is really starting to bother me, and I don't like it. It's like 3 times in the fucking last... Okay, let's try this again. Audio sync. Fresh. It's definitely the cap card on this one. It's not, because we're going over just fine. And I just got to refresh it and hope that it works. Again and again and again. There's our sound. Yay. Quentin Carrington, 3-yard rush up the middle, 3rd and 3. It's really frustrating now because of the sound issues. And it's a completed catch. Let's see who got it, number 83. Who was that? Harrison Grant, his first catch of the game, 14 yards. And 1-800 Biodad, just like that, are in the red zone once more. They're down a point. 1:17 to go. All 3 timeouts for both teams. He cannot feel pain. He literally cannot feel anything after that. Not from the neck down, at least. Caught! End zone! TJ Caps! Touchdown Biodad!
Wow!
1:05 to go. And before that happens, we're going to fix that. Make sure they don't just kind of sit there and... There we go. And the extra point will make this... Oh, they're going to go for 2 on this one. That's smart. It's caught! Alexander Bailey gets the 2-point conversion. It is a 7-point game, 1:05 to go. Hootenannies with 65 seconds must get a touchdown to protect their ranking and take this game into overtime. Raydarius Oakland takes him to the 30, 70 yards, 62 seconds. We got a finish here. We are on upset alert.
We also may have some Norwegians and some Swedes.
We do. Only one finish, though. Just one. Starting from their 25. I said 30. I apologize for that one. Oh, it's batted down. 2nd and 10. Again, they have all 3 of their timeouts, so they don't have to go for the sidelines just yet. But they gotta find something to make to just move down the field. Hutchinson out of the shotgun again. Chucks it. Gets it to Torian Bonds. We haven't heard that name at all. 9 yards. 3rd and 1. They used their first timeout. I think he was tackled still in bounds. 53 seconds. Hutchinson takes some time. Chucks it. Gets it down to the 45. Juan Evans, 19-yard catch. Another big catch by Evans. And that's a great stat line for Hutchinson,
you ever just
too.
stress eat an entire large tub of popcorn? Because that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
How much money do you have on this game?
I don't know.
Ball's loose!
Oh!
It's recovered by Baidat has it, but
foul.
there's a flag. Hold on, where's it?
Defense.
It's going to be on Torian Bonds, so it's a turnover.
First down.
The turnover is good. The face mask was on the fumble. Oh my gosh, that is a disastrous play. And it looks like 1-800-BUY-A-DAD are going to take a knee, force the last timeout. And one more knee will make this game an X game.
They're still in contention. They're going to climb up the rankings. They might be thinking repeat.
1-800-BUY-A-DAD looking, well, they're looking to maybe, I think with that win, that puts them, let me see the standings, that puts them at 6-2 overall, 4-1 in the conference, and again, now that the conference has 10 teams, that means that, you know, we've got a conference championship. 1-800-BUY-A-DAD just put themselves in first place in the mandatory division. So that's a spot in the conference championship. They could maybe do the double and win the conference championship again, even though they missed out on the playoffs last season. But 1-800-BUY-A-DAD currently in 10th, going to be moving up, and Hootenanny's now at 3. Their season high of 3rd place. They're going to be falling, I think, after that. The final score: 1-800-BUY-A-DAD 29, Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare 22. The upset is in our opening game, and that is a huge game. What a game that was. That was an amazing game.
That was certainly something, I will say that. I have got a split for this afternoon, Cap. I will be back later. Thank you all so much for joining, and stay for the afternoon game. The afternoon's game is going to be fun. You'll love it, I promise.
Yes, our next game is coming up. Thank you again, RJ. Thanks for joining us. I hope you get to watch a little bit of the and as much of the Bathurst thing as you were able to. I'm looking forward to it as well. I hope it's good. You said the last few have been amazing, so I am looking forward to that. And thank you to RJ for joining us. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get to our next game. Our next game features number 5 ranked. Their debut in the rankings. They debut in the rankings at number 5. Bully Factory Children's MMA going on the road, and as we know, they travel well. Taking on Shifty Lose Arcade, who are having a very down season. 1-6, 1-3 in conference. Their only win in conference was last week at Mitch's Toys and Guns. So it's possible they could just turn this season around. They're going 0-6 and get a little bit of redemption, a little bit of just pride back in the team. It's a home game. The fans have been restless. They've been threatening the kids, saying they don't deserve to wear the Shifty Lose Arcade jersey, denying them video games. It's been just a lot of turmoil coming out of the Shifty Lose Arcade camp, and Bully Factory couldn't be happier about that. They've been egging them on with literal eggs, actually, with literal eggs. So get things started in just a second. Shifty Lose Arcade. 1-6, 1-3 in conference. Their only win, like I said, was last week at Mitch's Toys and Guns. 21-18 was the final score there. They got a lot of just bad losses. Their strength of schedule is not good. The RPI is even worse. Bully Factory Children's MMA, however, let's talk about them. 4-0, coming off of they're currently riding a 4-game winning streak, and those wins are nothing to sneeze at. Mitch's Toys and Guns, You Need a Clown away from home, Tony and Paul's Child Escort Service, and Moist Adventures Indoor Water Park away from home. They're undefeated in conference, 4-0 in the CSC. RPI 17, strength of schedule 38th, so they had 2 losses out of conference. Their only win out of conference was to go fuck yourself in the week 1, but that's the important thing. You just got to win your games, finish atop your conference. If you're in the lead in your conference, you've always got a shot. You want their goal right now should be to play that 11th game in the championship. And right now in the standings, the way I'm looking at it, let's see. I'm not going to pull it up on the screen. It's going to be a little tough to do that while we're loading here. Bully Factory currently sitting at 4-0 in the CSC in the Fun Division. And they have a 2-game cushion right now. CTE 1-2. Mitch's Toys and Guns, Moist Adventures, and Shifty Lose all at 1-3. So Bully Factory, are could be early could be doing an early clinch of the Fun Division and a spot in that championship game. Not quite yet, because a lot of these teams haven't played each other yet. So some of these are going to be guaranteed wins because they're going to have to play each other. But that's what's going right now. Let's talk about the lineups. Brought to you by Wall-to-Wall Salve. You need a cream, ointment, or paste to spread on something or spread on someone else's somethings. Go to Wall-to-Wall Salve. You should don't be a salve knot. Be a salve. Better call salve. And let's look. There are the 3 star players for Shifty Lose Arcade. Right to left, that is strong safety Richard Clock. In the middle, that is defensive tackle Macadamia Washington. And their star linebacker Harmonious Screams. Harmonious Screams. On the other side of the football is the star players of Bully Factory Children's MMA. Not pictured. He missed picture day. That is wide receiver Mission Complete. In the middle, quarterback Goose Marshall, the son of MMA fighter Ralph Marshall, and their star running back Literal Garbage. Literal Garbage. And of course, it's a rivalry game. The game last season was won by. Let me find who won that last time. Let's see. Let's do a little search here. Shifty Lose. They played in week 4, and the winners were Shifty Lose Arcade, 35-28. So that means they currently have possession of this vaunted trophy in this one. And of course, they are playing for a trophy, a steeped in tradition. They are playing for the plastic chalice named Dave. The plastic chalice named Dave. Yep, that's the game. So who you guys got in this one? Let's see who the chat likes in this one. I think Bully Factory are the heavy favorites due to the records here. I think Bully Factory are favored by, I think it's 17 points in this one, 17.0, no half points there, which would be weird because you can't score half points in football. I can't imagine why you'd put a half point there. Also, the same people who told me that said that they're going to score a lot of points, so they think they're going to score more points rather than less. Roll Fizz has Dave. And Movie Butter. People like Bully Factory in this one, so I think we should just go right down to the Muni. You are looking live in Municipal Field number 88 for the second half of our doubleheader here on Saturday afternoon. It is Bully Factory Children's MMA, currently sitting at 5 in the rankings of South Tucson Youth Football. The away team in the yellow pants, white jerseys, and navy blue helmets, kicking off left to right on your radio dial. To Shifty Lose Arcade, the home team in black helmets, black jerseys, and blue pants. Here on KYST 89.3 FM, The Bone, AM 1400 The Growler, and local access channel 22. Oh man! So we're starting things off from the 35-yard line after that return. Shifty Lose Arcade playing with the and Herbert Lawson goes down for no gain on that one to start things off. It's going to be a long one for him. They're playing with the offensive playbook of Northwestern, so again a fast offense, a lot of option plays, like to spread the field out, and their opponents Bully Factory have West Virginia, appropriately enough with the color scheme there, and Herbert Lawson, a 4-yard loss on the screen pass, brought down in the backfield. Might be a long day for Mr. Lawson if he keeps getting hit like that. The scoreboard does show how the season is going for one team. Bully Shifty Lose. A lot of teams have been bullying Shifty Lose this year. It's not been a good season for them whatsoever. Underwood, a lot of time to throw here on 3rd and 14. Going to air it out. And it was almost picked off. Jeffrey Ware bats it down. Maybe opting for the punt. Maybe he can get better field position by punting it than he could by returning the interception. So there we go. And the punt is going to dribble all the way to the 50, down to the 40, and it's fallen on by Cortez Cross. So Bully Factory already 50 seconds into this game going to start things off from their own 40. Goose Marshall back to pass. Finds. No, it's dropped. He had a receiver, but could not hang on to it. Just stuck to him like glue, did the defender. And it's 2nd and 10. If anyone is interested in the soccer game I'm kind of keeping an eye on, it is now no score still. Tottenham and Middlesbrough. Literal garbage, a -2 yard catch. Loss of 2 on the screen pass. 3rd and 12, Shifty lose. Trying to answer after that 3 and out. Trying to answer Bully Factory the same way. Wonder if we might see a low scoring affair. The way it's been going so far, it would not surprise me. But that is a catch for a first down. Desi Grigsby, 15-yard catch, first down for Bully Factory, just on the other side, on the right side of the first down marker, to move the chains. Sounds like a Dana Holgerson type. I'm not sure I know who that is, so I'm sorry I can't get the reference on that one. But handing it off to literal garbage. No gain after a lot of effort to try to move the football forward. Just stopped in his tracks by that Shifty lose line. And look at this, a couple of receivers lining up here. It's really wide out. And they go to one of them. Mission complete. 9-yard catch. Steps out of bounds. Gets 3rd and 1. But Bully Factory continuing to move the football with these short gains. Just moving the chains. Taking it down. The kid that had hip bursitis that will return soon. Literal garbage. Oh! Brought down with a horse collar. 4th and 2 by Harmonious Screams. And that's how you hide a face mask, kids. You just reach around, grab the neck, and you just drag that child to the ground. Harmonious Screams knows how to do that and does that well. And they're going to go for it on 4th, and it's a turnover. Goose Marshall throws it out of bounds, and you know his father is not going to be happy with that. You can already see his father is loosening up his belt. I don't think he's fixing his pants. I think he's planning on removing that belt. Let's make sure we don't get the cameras on that. That's an unpleasant sight. But it's the harsh truth of South Tucson youth football. Herbert Lawson, a loss of 1, so the defense for Bully Factory are going to have to come up big and make up for that. What could have easily been a continuation of the offensive drive by the Bully Factory. But just started moving backwards after a big play. A lot of time for Underwood to throw it. Oh, can't hold on to it. That is in no way the fault of the quarterback. That receiver just must have been thinking about playing with Legos or something, whatever 10 and 11-year-olds do these days. Pokemon, I don't know. But he was not thinking about catching that football. A lot of time to throw again. Oh, that one's wide open. Good stiff arm by Billy Ramseur. He's too sweet to be Ramsour. It's Billy Rams. You know, it's probably Ramsour. Let's go ahead and say that. Let's just retcon the shit out of that one. So we can make more jokes about sour. Hot and Ramsour. Nice dump off pass. Brought down inside the 35, and a flag is going to put him into the red zone, perhaps.
Face mask.
Yep, a face mask. Everybody take a drink. Jerome Gilliam called for the penalty. That's going to bring it down to the 18-yard line. And Shifty Lose have a chance to make something happen and to put Bully Factory behind in this game. Herbert Lawson going to hang on to it. Brought down over the first down marker, down to the 5. It's 1st and goal. And that's the first positive gain for Herbert Lawson. Tallying 11 yards total. That was 15 on that carry, so you can do the math.
Hashtag small positives.
Ah, hey, Roll.
Hello.
How you liking this game so far? Shifty Lose moving the football pretty nicely.
I accidentally blinded myself with movie butter, so it took me a little while to get in here.
I try to make sure. that if I'm ever going to blind myself, it's only with science.
Have you ever blinded yourself with tepid movie butter that's just warm enough not to be a solid?
Tepid movie butter.
Just lukewarm movie butter.
No, I have never tried to blind myself with butter.
I didn't try. It just sort of happened.
You know, I did once take a frozen stick of butter to the forehead once. So thankfully it didn't hit me in the eye. It would have certainly blinded me. But I had a nice little like welt on my forehead for about a week and a half. It's not
Doesn't
pleasant.
that churn you up though?
It really does.
churn
It
you
just,
up.
you know,
Get you salted.
it, yeah, nothing sweet cream about that. I told the it was, I asked, I was in a very large kitchen and someone had it in the other room and I was like, hey, toss me that butter, and then they tried to throw it to me and they completely missed, and I said, I can't believe it's not on target.
That's utter disappointment.
It really is. Oh, we're really milking this one, aren't we?
The margarines for laughter is very small now.
True. Well, they're not always good. Some of them are funny, some of them aren't. They're half and half. Bully Factory now working on the shotgun from their own 39-yard line. Goose Marshall, time to throw. Caught for a 5-yard catch by Hassan Sands, 2nd and 5.
Well, it sure beats his last drive where he actually threw it towards his father. In some weird passive-aggressive...
I was going to say, yeah, almost as if to say, you're so smart, you catch this one.
Man, when he goes through puberty, he's going to be really messed up.
He really
Right now,
is.
it's just funny.
We're kind of waiting any day now. Goose Marshall is going to go through puberty because that Ralph Marshall is going to try to enter his son, even when he's well after the age range.
Yeah.
It's
And
totally
the
gonna
weird thing,
happen.
though, is that the quarterbacks get to choose the music during practices, right? And before games.
Uh huh.
Every single song has been pumped up kicks.
Oh, nice. Okay. It's better than Cats in the Cradle, which does not get anyone pumped up whatsoever. Little garbage. Nice run down to the 40 for a first down.
It's just really disconcerting because, the first few plays, it's like, okay, fine, he likes the song, but that's been every song that Goose Marshall has picked. That's
real.
been going for a season and a half. Tucson might be getting him through some early puberty here.
Yeah, right. I think Tucson does kind of encourage that. Mission complete with a 6-yard gain. It's 2nd and 4 as we're approaching the end of the first quarter. 3-0 Shifty lose.
A barn burner.
Yeah, they're gonna bring to the end of the first quarter. That's the score line right now. The number 5 team in South Tucson down by a field goal.
To Shifty lose.
To Shifty lose, the 1-6 team that last season was a strong contender. If I recall, they did not make the playoffs, but they were definitely a strong team. They played in a bold movement, if I recall.
They earned just enough to get a full move.
Yes, Shifty lose. They made it to the HCL Punch Bowl. So they won 20-14 in that. They were 7-4 overall, 4-3 in the CSC. And they beat
look at 'em
Kathy's
now.
Country Cooking. And it's gonna be 4th and 2, so it's gonna be a punt for Bully Factory. They're gonna pin Shifty Lose back far on this one. 4th and 2. No, it's a fake! Why didn't we see that coming? And it's a fake that's thrown absolutely garbage. It's a
Thanks.
turnover. We should have
Thanks,
seen that
Goose.
one coming. Should have totally seen that coming. Bully Factory, however, 5-6 on the season, last season, 3-4 in conference. They made it to a bowl movement. It was a losing effort to Crossbow, the Month Club, and the Albert Fish Bowl.
Local bullies not so tough after getting Crossbow.
No, I guess not. Meets Crossbow, not as tough. And there's going to be a face mask, so 50 Lose are going to move even further down the field, down to the 41, where it's 1st and 10.
Angry away fans here.
Yeah, well, they're always angry.
They travel well, but today they're just ornery.
I think part of it all starts with the fact that they realize they cannot get the same concessions that they get at their own muni. So they just kind of sneak them all in.
They can't Irish up their coffee.
They certainly
Problem.
can't. They can't any ethnicity up their coffee. They try to Mexico up it. They try to Scotland up it.
They tried to Kuwait it once, but
Yeah,
it
it
didn't
was-
quite work out.
It was basically pouring oil into it, actual oil.
It was just oil. You can't drink that.
No, you can't. Three
know,
fans died before they figured that one out.
Bully
And Lawson gets
Factory,
the first
yeah,
down.
they travel well, but they ain't bright.
No, they ain't.
They ain't
Oh,
bright.
because they travel well, that's why. They spend all their waking moments traveling to literally every South Tucson game. There is Bully Factory presence at every South Tucson youth football game.
And it's on schedule. It's tightly wound up.
It is, but the problem is they go to all 60 munis. So, like, there are 30 stadiums that are absolutely empty because there's no games happening that have fans that are just confused as to why there's no game.
It's practice. You're supposed to imagine your target.
Okay, so they're on practice. They're the practice squad. I see.
Yeah, they're the red shirts.
Let's talk about Herbert Lawson. Huge game. That's a 11-yard rush. He's only got 25 yards off of 6 rushes right now, but after those first two not good rushes, he's been just getting the ones that matter, and they're inside the red zone again. Hands off to Lawson, going to the left side of the field. Oh, he's just... Oh, no! He fumbles it! He is trucked, and it's fumbled! And Underwood has to recover it
Personal foul.
and commits the face mask to prevent the fumble and touchdown. So Underwood commits the face mask, brings Bully Factory the football on the 45-yard line. What a disaster that whole play was. That play was a pretty much steaming plate of hot garbage.
Speaking of which, literal garbage will be
Little
cooking
garbage.
against
And
insult
Little Garbage starts things off with a 11 yard, rush up the middle, 1st and 10. Bully Factory starting to turn on the Jets. And Shifty Lou's looking for continues at this point.
But why would you give it to the target? Why would you give it to Herbert Lawson, the man,
The target,
young
yes.
child, who is the target?
He doesn't even
That's
go
how
to
they
target. He's
describe it.
terrified. And,
Yeah,
oh,
'cause-
beautiful sideline run by Literal Garbage. And a flag could not bring down Literal Garbage.
Personal foul. Face mask.
All the way down to the 3-yard line. Bully Factory. Taiwan Brewster for Shifty Lou's called for the penalty. It's 1st and goal on the 1-yard line at that point. 1.5. Let's say that. It's just on the on the generous side of the 2-yard line. So this should be a touchdown. Well, they're not going to run it. Goose Marshall going to keep it himself. Runs it in. The glory boy with, of course, his father calling the plays. Goose Marshall runs it in for the touchdown. Bully Factory take the lead.
Some side eyes from the other people on the offense here, but he's going to
No
have
doubt.
to take it himself.
No doubt there, but Bully Factory have the lead, and the Bully Factory fans are very happy. I think they have celebrated by throwing their half-full cups of whatever nationality coffee it is today. I think it's Swedish coffee, which means
Well,
it just has a
they-
bunch of bits of IKEA pieces in there,
Oh,
and
yes.
some lingonberry.
Any Allen pieces? Allen keys?
Oh, maybe. It's fermented lingonberry. They tried to ferment lingonberry until it became alcoholic. They're still not sure if it is or not. No one's gotten drunk off of lingonberries yet.
Poor guys.
Bless them, they're trying. Bless their
Bless
hearts.
this mess.
Bless
Hashtag
their
bless
hearts.
this mess.
Yeah, hashtag bless this mess. Oh, God. I think when I did, the one time I did that, like, Durham County CYO basketball thing that never was entertaining, one of the teams was called Sacred Mess, and that should have been their thing, bless this mess.
Bless this mess, yeah.
You can go and see how that did not work whatsoever on the IRMstream Wikia page, because there's a page for that. Under the inactive defunct section of attempted projects that just did not work. Let's hope that the Diddler's Cup does not go there as well.
Well, you just need... Sometimes you just need to get a little lucky with these projects.
Yeah,
Sometimes
they
they don't
need to
always work out.
Yeah, I think if I needed to find a basketball game that was a little more fun. Like I can mess with the settings in this game and make it fun, and the edits like that. Like you couldn't really edit the teams, so it's like they had the names. Yeah, 2-0 games did not help either. I think I nerfed the stats. I think I nerfed the settings so much to make the kids terrible to the point that it wasn't funny. Like I learned my
sorry.
lesson here.
Are you John Boyce? Did you just do NBA Y2K?
I pretty much did. Underwood gonna take off running. Gets the first down and a couple more. 19 yards on that rush. And Shifty Lou's call their first time out with 1:32 to go. Thank you all. If any of you checked out the CYO basketball thing, I appreciate it for trying it out. It just didn't work.
Personal foul.
I think we learned. And a face mask called by Bully Factory. They're getting a little undisciplined. Usually that lack of discipline is what helps them win games. But right now it is to their detriment. And Shifty lose. Have the ball on the, looks like the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I think that 30 for 30 that just aired for the XFL has got them all riled up.
Yeah, they're looking to just be smash mouth, hard nosed, hard everything else,
They're
fully
showing
erect,
some ruthless aggression.
ruthless aggression football. And they're going to hand it off to Herbert Lawson, who is brought down gingerly actually that time for no gain. 3rd and 6.
That's how they get them.
Yeah, whenever if they get in his that was a soft physical tackle, but that was a strong as hell mental tackle.
Like sometimes you just gotta fake him out and bring him down.
Yeah, and get in his head. He's just like he's bracing himself. But Javon Callahan with the 7-yard catch in the end zone. Shifty Lose take the lead. Once more, touchdown for Shifty Lose. It's 9-7 with the extra point pending.
That's as close as the Bully Factory actually can get to I'm not touching you.
Yeah, right.
You actually have to hit
They're
them.
really bad at I'm not touching you. They just touch them gingerly. They turn it into
still
I'm not touching you ... that hard.
Like they still scream I'm not touching you, but they still hit you. Again, they're not bright.
No, they ain't.
Neither kids nor adults.
But you know
are
what they
very
do
bright.
have, right? Intangibles.
Intangibles.
Oh, bless. Well, there's the offensive stats. They're pretty split. The total yardage, Shifty Lose have more first downs. They've been moving the football a little bit better. But again, they got 2 scores on the board versus Bully Factory's single score. But let's see what Bully Factory can do with a minute to go in the first half. Goose Marshall under center again. Overthrows it. But I'm sure he and his father will agree that is the wide receiver's fault for not being there.
To be fair, I do think I heard some whipping from the sidelines.
Oh, just like he's doing that thing where he's got his belt doubled over and he's just snapping it to make the
Yeah.
noise.
He's doing it in time with the play call.
Oh, nice.
It is.
It's really messing up the hard count, to be fair.
Actually, that is the play call.
Oh, that is that's also the hard count, yeah. Little Garbage had a 2-yard gain, and Goose Marshall going to take off running. Taken down, 14-yard gain.
Goose Marshall going to take off running. I think we're going to hear that a whole bunch on the South Tucson headlines
Yeah, right.
in the years to come.
He's got practice from running from his father. Little Garbage, 4-yard catch, 2nd and 6. Bully Factory have 1 timeout left with 32 seconds to go. They are on the 50-yard line. They're going to have to really just kind of chuck it downfield a little bit more. Maybe look for mission complete on that one. Nice catch. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, the catch was made out of bounds. Just a little off target. And, of course, that will not be Goose Marshall's fault, you know.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. And Ralph Marshall's thinking, I don't know what the hell he's thinking. 4th and 5. They're going to have to go for it. 21 seconds to go. And the clock is ticking. Maybe they'll maybe just take a shot, make this the last play of the half. I think that's the smart move here. You know, you don't want to turn it over with any time left on the clock. You want this to be the final play of the half. And sure enough, that's what they're going to do at Bully Factory. Maybe they're just going to, they're going to snap it at 2 seconds to go. A lot of time to throw for Goose Marshall. He's going to air it out. It's picked off. But again, the tackle means that it's no harm, no foul on that one. Wyatt brought down the interception. It's going to hurt the stat line.
Defense's fault.
It is, yeah. It's going to hurt the stat line. The defense who was on the bench. It's their fault.
It's their fault. It's free safety's fault.
Exactly. But that's going to be our halftime interval. Of course, Nissan Laugh Finder comfortably seats 8. Uncomfortably tells you its political opinions in public. And of course, South Tucson Youth Football is brought to you by some of our local sponsors, including Lee Harvey's Osworld. You know, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pick a new one. I like that one, though. There's not much I can talk about that one. He's a huge fan of the show Oz.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah, Lee Harvey loves his Oz. Moist Adventures Indoor Water Park. You can ride the fallopian tube. You can ride all the fun slides. just because it's the dead of winter doesn't mean that Moist Adventures isn't open. You can come to the wave pool, where it'll gush on a regular basis. And we have a nice little note that only 2 kids had to be rescued and resuscitated last month from the wave pool. So, we're improving.
And be on the lookout this March for the hot chocolate log fume.
The hot chocolate log flume? Nice.
Yeah.
The hot chocolate log flume, where you get to get into a log and be shot out at a surprisingly fast velocity out of a very tight tube slide. So you have to duck, make sure you don't hit your head.
Lots of turns, though.
Into a splash. What was that?
Lots of turns, though, before you hit that.
Yeah, lots of turns. It's almost like you're heading down an intestinal flume, and then propelled out into a wave pool.
It's an internal tract that goes, it's large at first, then it gets small. Then it gets large again.
Yes, it does. And then, of course, you're shot out into a splash pool.
There was supposed to be 2 exits, but one's closed off.
Of course, yeah, it's only one exit to go out.
Just don't hit the appendix.
Of course, yeah. That was a section they tried to build onto, an additional section they built onto, but they removed it. The appendix has been removed.
Yeah.
So that's indoor water park of Moist Adventures. Oh God.
Speaking of moist, I have more movie butter to drink.
Ooh, nice. A face mask again. Desi Grigsby with a 6-yard catch. 2nd and 4 for Bully Factory. Start things off. Already deep in Shifty Lose territory.
It's not pleasant at all.
No.
I added some salt to it to make it just kind of go down a little easier.
Did not help.
Actually, no, it didn't.
No. Goose Marshall brought down for a loss of 3 by Mark Andrews, who is telling the crowd to shush. Mandrews, yes. Who, oddly enough, is shushing the crowd. I think he's trying to shush the Bully Factory supporters, who have been loud and boisterous. But here we go. Marshall, 3rd and 7 out of the shotgun. Catch by Matt Curtis, 4th and inches. And oh God, that child cannot walk. Oh good, he's up. He was crawling for a second, but he got up. It was just playing hurt. And here we go, 4th and inches. Got to go for it. I don't know why you're out of the shotgun, but he's going to hand it off to literal garbage. Up the middle, gets the first down, enough to move the chains. 1st and 10. Harmonious screams with the tackle. But it is still Bully Factory ball on the 20. And they're looking to take the lead. I like their drive so far on the opening of the half here.
Yeah, this has looked a lot better.
Oh, incomplete. He's hit when he tries to throw a Goose Marshall. The ball just kind of bobbles down to the ground. Good thing his arm was making a throwing motion, or else that'd be a fumble. And that would mean at least 40 lashes from his father.
Knowing Goose, I think maybe what he was doing was that he heard a really bad play call and he just did the jack-off motion.
That's why. And a loss on the play by Deontay Hayward. 3rd and 13 for Bully Factory. They are now moving backwards, back to the 23. They're now out of field goal position, I would say, knowing the limits of these 10-year-old kickers. Marshall out of the shotgun again, going to look to throw. Has a receiver in the end zone. It's incomplete. Richard Clock breaking up that play. 4th and 13, they're going to go for it. Yep, Richard Clock.
He only points one way.
No, yes he does. That's also a deep cut, by the way. If you get the Richard Clock reference in addition to that, good on you. A lot of time for him to throw on 4th down. It's incomplete. It's a turnover. And Goose Marshall lowers his head and knows that he has to make the long, winding walk to the sidelines, where his dad will not care if that was the wide receiver who should have picked that, who could have caught that one. It's a good throw, but doesn't matter to Ralph Marshall.
Very little matters to Ralph Marshall.
No,
to be honest.
that's true.
He wakes up. He wants to win.
Just in any way possible. He eats, sleeps, and shits winning. Whatever that means. That's something he says. I eat, sleep, and shit winning. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, Ralph.
Well, to be fair, you are what you eat.
Yeah. And Underwood tosses it off to Hiram Atkinson. 3-yard gain and 1st down for Shifty Lose. We currently have a 3-point lead in this game. Another upset alert. Number 5 Bully Factory on upset alert here. 10-7. not coming out the gates like we expected to see him. Fakes the handoff. Underwood gets the first down marker. 11-yard gain. And it's 1st and 10.
Small incremental gains. They're not going for the big combos here.
No, they're going for, they're just kind of grinding away. They're just kind of almost farming their way to just...
chip damage here.
Yes, definitely chip damage. There you go. That's the phrase I was looking for. Chip damage. Nice.
Though I think they do want to turn on the Jets here.
I would agree so. They need to show them the
get a
moves.
little more grand in your Turismo.
Yes. I think they need to show Bully Factory the moves, and that's going to help. An 11-yard rush up the middle by Clinton Underwood. 1st and 10. From the 37-yard line.
You see, grand means big, and Turismo means sex tourism.
So you're saying it means big sex tourism?
Big sex tourism. That's,
Well,
that's the whole
to process that,
conspiracy
I need to go
for
get a
grand.
drink to process that. So Shifty lose, 2nd and 7. Here we go. Oh my goodness.
And if you're waiting for Brian, we have another person in here. I heard the beep. Our mystery guest, please enter the arena. No.
What are we doing?
South Tucson.
We did South Tucson. I had to pull it up.
It's Shifty Lose versus the Bully Factory.
Ah, all right.
It's a big one too, because Shifty Lose 1-6 could pull an upset on number 5 ranked Bully Factory here. It's 10-7 with a minute left in the third.
It looks like Shifty Lose just up a score. They're up by a touchdown and hit an extra point. Might be up by a touchdown, a field goal.
The points on the board are palpable. Football.
That is what this is. I got a new microphone, by the way. I got a
You sound good, man.
yeah. I got a Yeti.
A Yeti. Ooh.
Yeah.
He got a Yeti.
Well, it's a snowball, so it's like the cheap one. But
Yeah, but those are pretty good.
they're pretty good, and the big thing is my $20 microphone, which I did like. The mesh on the outside of it started to come off, and I had to like plug it back in, and I'd rather just not have to deal with that. So I got a snowball, which I know won't break down.
That's microphone pattern baldness.
Yes,
Happens to more than you think.
I know. Yeah, I had to get microphone plugs.
Personal foul.
Not pretty.
No, it doesn't look good. Never does.
But back to the football.
Back to the ball, which is footed.
Sorry about that. I'm back. And Shifty Lose got a touchdown, it seems.
They did. It was a nice one. Short
They did.
yardage game. But looks like Goose Marshall is going to have a little extra base to work with here. Terrence Wyatt Earp. Shame.
And Bully Factory all the way down to the 37.
"30 seconds left. They put 6 points here. Not doing something like that where you bump it off the opponent's head. If they can manage to get 6 points here,
Yeah, touchdown.
and
a
go
touchdown.
into this.
A touchdown going into the fourth quarter. Well, Josiah Crowder with the catch. 4 yards. 4th and 1. There goes the sound again. Oh, there it goes. It's back.
Say maybe run a route up the middle for literal garbage. See how far he can take it.
Well, they threw it. It was incomplete. It's a turnover. What in the world? That's what happens when you give Ralph Marshall's kid all the plays.
Man, maybe they should just call their own plays. I don't know. Ralph,
Coach?
maybe take a seat. The fuck do you want?
Yeah, right.
Coach ain't gonna have any of that, man.
This might be an absolute Bully Factory meltdown.
Personal foul. Face man.
5 minutes.
Yep,
5 more
minutes
of potential upset alert.
Automatic first down.
I'd call it DEFCON 3 here. It's not out of reach, but they got to get the ball quick.
They're down by 2 scores. Oh, hey, well.
Hey.
I just saw you on the. I just pulled up Discord and I was like, oh, there he is. Lost on 9 yards. 2nd and 1.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
I guess it isn't a Yeti. It's just a blue.
Ayate.
I thought they were the same company or like related to each other.
A what?
No, wait. I think one of the microphones Blue makes is called Yeti. I got a Snowball.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeti is the.
That's like the really
Standy.
fancy model.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
standy.
And Underwood hangs onto it and rushes up the middle for a first down, 3 yards, 1st and 10. And those are the plays that Ralph Marshall should be calling on 4th and 1.
Yeah, but if you don't go big, you don't get all the chicks. Ralph knows that.
You have to go big to go home.
Ralph only thinks in one direction, and that's towards the end zone. Or towards the crotch if he's losing.
Underwood dumps it off to the backup wide receiver, Gerard Dukes. 8 yards on another first down.
Finally, a rest for Herbert. Poor young man. He's been pinballed off so many defenders.
Yeah, right.
Like, every time he takes the ball, it's just he spirals out of control.
Bring up 2nd and 12.
Poor young bastard.
And they are playing for the plastic chalice named Dave, the vaunted trophy of this storied rivalry.
Just, is it engraved Dave, or did they just name it?
No, it's just his name.
Just
Would
the
you
name.
would you engrave your own name on your face?
For a gain of 1 yard.
Maybe, if I were
Oh.
animate.
Fair enough.
Hi, if you were an inanimate object, and you had a name, would you engrave yourself with it?
Well, if I were TJ,
I know I would.
I believe TJ McAllister of HCL engraved his country onto his face.
He actually did.
He did. And I mean, God. Oh, Canada.
Sorry, Wes Blackwell. Wes Blackwell.
Oh, that's right. It is Wes Blackwell. I get them confused.
Caught! Down at the sidelines, Justin Mills scrambles to inside the 5, down to the 3. 1st and goal for Shifty Lose and Bully Factory, already using timeouts. It is a disaster for Bully Factory. Clinton Underwood gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Shifty Lose. This game has to be over at this point. 23-7.
And I've never seen Ralph Marshall this red before. Like, we're going into, like, mauve territory here.
In a way that doesn't involve blood.
Nah, he's just coloring himself. He's got war paint on. Mauve war paint.
Oh, it's war paint. Okay.
I hope it's war paint.
What a disaster for Bully Factory. Getting ranked, feeling like you were kind of disrespected in the rankings. Coming in at number 5. Literal garbage. Good
And you
return
want to
there.
know? You want to know how much respect Shifty Lose just gave Bully Factory right there? On 10 plays on that scoring drive, 69 yards.
Nice.
Nice.
That is very nice of them.
They're just running laps.
And big play by Bully Factory. Get him down to the 35. Nice big throw by Goose Marshall. Has mission complete. End zone. Touchdown, Bully Factory.
Well, don't say nothing. They're still in this one.
Now a two-score game again. Extra point will make it 10.
With a minute and a half left, what do you have? What can you pull out of your bag other than trying to bully Herbert Lawson once more?
How good is your onside kick? How good are your special teams? Well, they're special.
Oh. How good are you at ripping a ball out of another man's hands?
Onside kick. Did it go far enough? I don't know, there's a flag, but it looks like...
Offense.
Yep, they're saying the offense touched it before it went 10 yards. So that's a penalty. It's going to be Shifty lose ball. Bully Factory, minute 32, 2 timeouts. You know, it's looking less and less likely.
I don't think anybody in South Tucson youth football can kick a ball 10 yards on an onside kick.
I think you're right.
Like, I don't... Every time I've seen the onside kick, it's always gone like 6 yards.
There's an illegal touching penalty, yeah.
Bad touch.
There's
Well, I
illegal
guess no.
touching going on all over South Tucson.
No, there's not always the penalty because, like, if the receiving team just takes it, they're like, okay, well, fine, you know, whatever.
Well, yeah, but it could never legally recover it. 'Cause it would never
Right, yeah. I think I've seen it happen once. And Herbert Lawson, 8 yards up the middle, effectively brings this game to a close. It's 1st and 10. Shifty lose. Now, are they going to hand it off to Herbert Lawson or take more damage anyway? Or are they going to kneel this game out?
And how fitting is it that it's Herbert Lawson?
No, they're gonna
the
hand it to
target.
Lawson.
The target man.
Well, Lawson's going to go up the middle for a touchdown.
Oh, and the bullies are getting pantsed.
Oh, no.
There
Bully
are,
Factory.
there are bettors that are ripping up their tickets. The money line was Shifty lose by 13, and people that took the under are very furious.
That is very true. You're actually pretty close to what it was.
Oh, there was an actual money line.
I set the odds at, like, I think I said 14. No, I said 13 or something like that. I don't know what happened with
Off-track
sound.
betting.
Let's see if it works.
Regardless, furious people that like to bet on 12-year-olds here.
Yes, exactly. The gambling economy in South Tucson is at all-time highs. Oh god, mission complete. Felt like he was shot. That's awesome.
See, the thing is, with South Tucson, the only thing they have more of than municipal fields is actually off-track betting.
Are they OTBs? Well, because there's an odd regulation that allows you to open up like a hot dog cart, but that does OTB.
For every one municipal field, there must be at least 2 off-track betting sites.
Yes. They treat them like food trucks and hot dog carts, you know?
Exactly. As long as you pass the inspection, you're good.
And the oddly thing is, they inspect you as if you were a hot dog cart, so you just have to make sure you can cook food in there
Yeah.
safely. You don't
wipe
have to
it
cook food in there, but you have to be able to. You have to be able to.
Wipe it down, put some fresh water in the steamer, and that's it. You don't even have to have hot dogs in there. Just like, why don't you have hot
No,
dogs?
no one's requiring
Like it.
food. You're fine.
But you need to make it look like you're doing it.
And Goose Marshall sacked for a loss of 4. This is an absolute disaster for Bully Factory. Coming in to the Muni, a very winnable game. I don't know if I want to say trap game, but Shifty lose, get their second win in conference, their second win on the year. And Bully Factory dropped to 5-3. And the punt unit is coming out. They're probably just gonna they're gonna punt it. They want to see. I think they're gonna let their defense put in some hits on on the other team again. Yep, there's gonna be a nice return for Timothy Schultz, 3 yards. He is harried by the Bully Factory defender, and it is not looking good right now.
Well, you don't want to call it a trap game, but I would definitely say that this was a super pitfall.
God damn it! That's a good one. And that's going to be the final score, 31-14. Bully Factory Children's MMA, the number 5 ranked team in South Tucson, lose for the first time since week 3, their first conference loss. They are 4-1 in conference, 5-3 overall. They lose to 1-6 Shifty Lose Arcade, who now improved to 2-6, 2-3 in conference. And it's crazy to think that they could be... We could see a late charge for Shifty Lose. They're certainly not going to make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to be bowl eligible. But
Well,
they
if
could
they
make
run the
a
table.
strong finish.
If they run the table, go 4-6, right? That would be the end.
Correct. Yeah.
I would say, you know what?
It's a good season.
There might be a little warmth in the hearts of the pickers.
And they got some tough games. They got some tough but winnable games. They got to go to Moist Adventures in Week 9. They got CTE at home to close out the season. Bully Factory Children's MMA does not get easier. They got CTE at home next week. They finish on the road at Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium, who are 2-5, so that should be a very winnable game for them.
Gregory.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be fun and games for Shifty Lose because they're going to be doing some outdoor adventures.
That they are.
Everything considered here, Shifty Lose were coming to this game with 1 win, not bowl eligible, didn't have a chance to be bowl eligible, didn't have a chance to reach the playoffs, and they just won by 17 over the 5th-ranked team.
That's a marquee win. That's a statement win.
They're a very dangerous team rest of the way because they're clearly going to play hard every week, and they got nothing to lose.
They're going to just send Herbert Lawson out there to die. Yeah, they literally have nothing to lose, including Herbert Lawson.
Absolutely. Come on.
So that puts the Bully Factory at 4-1 in conference. Look at the fun division. Let's just roll this down. Bully Factory, Children's MMA, 4-1. CTE, who do they play? They play Mitch's Toys and Guns this week. So CTE are at 2-2. Shifty Lose after that win are 2-3. Mitch's Toys and Guns 1-3. Moist Adventures have a game against Tony and Paul's Child Escort Service. It's an interdivisional game. They are at 1-3 as well. On the mandatory division, we have 1-800-Buy-A-Dad after that big win earlier at 4-1. Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare fall to 3-2 in conference in second place. You Need a Clown and Tony and Paul's Child Escort Services are each at 2-2. You Need a Clown, if I recall, take on Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium. Yes, they do. And Ted's are in last at 1-3 in the mandatory division. That's going to be it for us. Thank you to Will. Thank you to Roll for joining me for the second game. Thanks to RJ for the first game. We'll be back on probably tomorrow at some point in the afternoon before that other football thing happens. We got 4 games picked. I'm either going to do BCC games maybe, or maybe I'll just do the other 2 games. So the games I'm going to be broadcasting, it's either going to be Big Paul's versus Twin Towers Construction, and Ballet Bob's versus Tax's Roadhouse, or Pablo's Roadside Tacos versus The Creamy Surprise, and Second to None versus Francois Creperie. So you're going to get 2 of those games of those 4 that I just mentioned, and we're not sure which just yet. So I'll figure it out. But that's going to be it from us here. Anything else you gentlemen have to add to the pile?
Well, just to remember that these games are brought to you by the Nissan Laugh Finder. Comfortably seats 8, uncomfortably shifts its junk in front of you.
Just like adjust itself?
Yeah, just give it a little belt twist.
A little tap. Like the Lex Luger thing. You ever seen that video of Lex? I know Will has.
Yeah.
The video of Lex Luger adjusting his package.
Yes, just
he just constantly he's always touching his package.
his total package.
Yes. He's totally touching his package all the time when he wrestles.
All the time.
All the time. That's going to be it from us.
Too tight too.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good rest of the Saturday. We'll see you here around roughly the same time. We'll see, maybe like 1 p.m. I think will be the time for tomorrow. We'll see. Until then, bye-bye.